We've got a special guest joining us in studio who's about to be worldwide famous. His name is Josh Leys. Kia ora, bro. Welcome to the studio.
Kia ora. How are you, man?
Well, look at you, Josh Leys, who we met actually yesterday. We said, we got to get this cat in here because you're right. Could be potentially world famous because he's teaming up with a world-renowned record producer by the name of Timbaland. Now, Timbaland's worked with some superstars.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how
You
did,
could be the next Missy Elliott.
Who knows, man?
or Nicole,
Yeah.
or Nicole Scherzinger. You
Was
could
it,
be
you
the
know,
next
the
one.
Pass that Dutch. You know, that's the old Timbaland
Pass the
ticker, eh? Pass the Dutch. Pass the
mate.
Dutch, man.
Mate, hold on to their beatboxes. We've got to get you to drop some beatboxing.
For sure.
So people are aware of Timbaland, but we're so far removed from that dude, right?
Yeah.
You're the closest to Timbaland right now.
Currently,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So how did this all come about? You as this Kiwi dude,
Yeah.
and you want to collaborate with Timbaland. How did this all happen?
Well, I've been in music for a long time, and I put out singles when I first started in the industry, and then it's been a while. I've had some beautiful children and my beautiful twin girls, and basically that kind of take a little bit of a back burner. And I've been doing lots of events and stuff. I did 165 gigs last year. I do lots of gigs, and so I'm an events guy at the moment. So I'm rocking that. But this year I had an epiphany. I want to do some original things, you know.
Yeah.
So I put it out to the universe, put it out to God, really. I was praying a little bit and saying, I just want to do some more creative things this year. So I thought, why not shoot for the stars? So, bing, I saw old Timbaland put it up and said, yo, I'm doing this big competition. It's a global competition. It's going to be huge. And I was looking at it and I was like, wow, this looks super cool. So I thought, why not just sneak a song in there and see what happens, you know?
Sure.
Not thinking much of it, right? And then 31st of March, the ticker comes down, click. Okay, no, looks like I didn't get in. You know, I was just like, oh well, that's all right, that's fine. And then I looked at my Gmail, bing bing. Oh,
What?
I'm in the song competition.
What?
Yeah, so how does this work? So this is an international competition. He's looking to, collaborate with new artists around the world, find some new flavors, some new sounds, and you get into the finals of some sort. How many
Correct.
people applied?
There's quite a few thousand, I think, man. But I've currently got past the first round, so I'm in a group of 30. In my group, and I've been number one since I started, which is super cool. We're all ranked number 1 to 30. There's 344 groups. Let me just put that out there.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few. Now it's gone whittled down to 20 in the second round. And I'm now in the second round.
Congrats,
and
man.
then it's going to be 15. I'm still number one, but you know this is why I'm doing that big PR run.
Yeah.
I'm up here.
Sure.
I'm out here. I'm going, yo, I need your votes.
Okay, so are these groups? Are they split into genres? How do they split the groups? Do you know?
I've listened to quite a few of the other ones, and some of them are rappers and different things. I think I'm kind of I'd like to say, because there's some really good talented people there, but I'd like to say I got a little bit of a point of difference because I'm actually got like a full song that I'm doing, and I'm going for that kind of pop thing. And he said it's open to all genres, so the fact that I'm in here is super cool.
Well,
Nice,
let's take a quick listen. This is the track that you submitted.
You know, I see it through you. We're going through the fire again. You know, I see it through you. We're going through the fire again. You know.
So, bro, you only gave a little teaser there, that drop on the end of it. So, do you produce all of that yourself, or you make that?
Well, good question, man. So I produced quite a bit of it, but I gave it to Sam's from Sons of Zion, and it's just been one of those unreleased tracks sitting on a laptop that hasn't done anything for a while. And it's just the way it goes with being a muso. Sometimes you don't release songs and you just don't get around to it. So it's been sitting there. I put it in there. I actually gave him a whole 3-minute version. If you go into my link in my bio, you can click on that's where the voting is, and then when you click up, it's to top right. The entry gives you the full 3 minutes. Back to back.
This is important.
We'll push that some more, Josh.
That is important though. So if you do go to his Instagram, it's Josh Leys, Leys for Leys. You'll find him. You got to vote though, because this whole thing is done on votes from all around the world. People keep voting,
Correct.
keeping you in the top spot,
Yeah.
and then I guess
Yeah.
they keep cutting off the bottom ranked people until they get to near the top, and then all those finalists.
So 40 is exactly where it's at. And then
Okay,
it's
right.
Timbaland and his team sit down and they pick 5 finalists to be on his album.
Wow.
So that's
bro.
the big thing. And I think one of them gets to have a studio session with Timbaland and play in front of 100 of his peers
Dude.
to make that banger, apparently. So that's the whole thing.
How many people do you think, you've obviously done your bit to
Yeah.
get the PR thing going?
Yeah.
How many people have voted for you from the outside of Aotearoa, do you think? How many people are...
I don't know, but I know definitely friends and family in New Zealand. I think I'm the only Kiwi in the comp, so that's been super cool. And I think I'm getting quite a few. Like I think I've made like about 400 or 500 Instagram followers in the last in the last week. So it's all over the world because I think people are all over the world are watching this, and they're watching the people that are in the competition. So I'm getting quite a few people that are talking to me online and stuff. Yeah.
Most popular song type competitions are a little bit difficult, right? Because it's not necessarily who's got the best track. It's who's got the most friends or the biggest reach and can convince people to vote for them, which is always a little bit unfair, right? Because you're like, you want people to naturally vote for the song because they like it and they like the sound of it. But obviously you're going to get a lot of support from, like you said, friends, family, just other New Zealanders who want to see a Kiwi battler go further and make it to the big time. What would it mean to you if down the road you get into the finals and say, you get chosen to be on an album? What does that look like for you in terms of like a dream as a musician and a creative?
It's been my dream the whole time, man, growing up with Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, all these kind of amazing musicians that I've grown up and love. And Timbaland's a huge influence as well, being a beatboxer myself. And he bases a lot of his music around that. It would just change my life. But hey, Tim, if you're listening, I want you to know. I'm bringing my A game, brother. I'm not missing. I'm rocking in with like 12 demos. And be like, bro, what do you want? What do you need? Let's go in the vocal booth.